What's going on today? We're reading Angry Parents reviews on Common Sense Media on the game Granny, an iOS Android game, mobile game that you can download for free. Okay, so let's go to number 1. Age 18. Granny. This is not safe for children. A game that promotes violence instead of creativity should restrict it 18 and below, not 12 and up. Do they not notice that they said 18 and below, which means 2-year-olds can play it? Stupid. There are implicit messaging in this game which should not be glorified with humor. Congregation should promote the common good, respect for elders, preservation of life, any form of entertainment that desensitizes from plots of violence and allow access to kids, or ask for multi-user function is unconsequentially wrong and is very dangerous. Allowing young people 18 and below accessing to a game like this is a disservice to humanity. It should be 21 and up. There are so many options of creating thrill and excitement without plots like this. Thumbs down. Okay, so clearly a Karen got a hold of this and was like, they were just seeing their kids playing. They're like, Jimmy, what is that? And they're like, oh, it's Granny. And they're like, okay, that game is so violent, it should be 21 and up. The kid's playing Xbox and they're playing Outlast. Oh my god, Jimmy. Dude, imagine them like reviewing Outlast. It'd be like, this game so violent and gory made my kids have traumatizing experiences, and the kid's like perfectly normal. They're like, I don't know. Dude, but desensitizes from plots. Dude, I don't think all games should promote good things. Sometimes you can. I like shooting games and stuff like that because you could do interesting stuff that you can't do in real life, right? And it's not like everyone that played violent games or has been exposed to violent stuff will become evil people. Dude, there were people in like Christian households and people who seemed like perfectly normal stuff that weren't exposed to very violent stuff became serial killers. But they did kill animals, so I guess that's pretty violent. But it's just they're just born with it. Age 18. Start targeting children. I picked up my 6-year-old with his principal's office today because he was goaded into a live game of Granny today. According to the administration, there were 4 or 5 early elementary boys punching each other in the bathroom during school hours, mimicking their interpretation of what I assume is one or more of other siblings' influential actions. Dude, that has nothing to do with Granny then. That makes no sense. Kids punching each other because of older siblings? That has nothing to do with Granny. They're trying to play Granny in real life, but what type of dumb kids would actually punch each other? And there was no punching in the game, dude. Imagine these kids like had a bat. They'd be like, who wants to play Granny in real life? And they're like, yeah. Boom. Oh my god, Jimmy, stop it. Boom, boom. And then mom's like, it's the game Granny. It caused my son to do this. No, it did not. Your child already had a problem if he thought it was normal to brutally bash a kid in the head. Age 18. This is super inappropriate. Do not let any kids play this. They have sexy stuff. Drinking, drugs, and smoking. What the heck? And language. There's no talking in language and also do sexy stuff. Bruh. I know Granny is a little, she's a little hot and, she's a little quite popular with the boys, but, I don't think she really shows her things, man. Unless if you glitch the game and then go under her. Terrible for kids. My 4-year-old has never seen this game. He came home from school because other 4-year-olds were telling him their granny was gonna kill him. He was worried that this kid was going to do what he said, and he was worried that this kid was going to do what he said and get his granny's gun and kill him. Then he said, "We are going to poke granny's eyes out and chop her to pieces. This is unacceptable. And I am angry. My child has been exposed to others talking about the violence. 4-year-olds don't know the difference between real and fake. Developmentally, they don't have the ability to reason that. I could sort of understand that. But in the game, you don't really poke someone's eye out. So it's not just granny that they've been exposed to. They've clearly seen like a Ted Bundy murder, dude. They're like, Mom, I just saw Ted Bundy's crime scene. And she's like, oh, good for you. Now you could look at Jeffrey Dahmer's crime scenes. They're like, yay. And then they play granny. They're like, I'm gonna poke my granny's eye out and I'm gonna kill her. That kid is messed up. No younger than 18-year-old should play this game. It's a horrible game with unnatural, scary things, violence and blood. It's really strange that some parents let their kids play this. How would this not harm their brain? In my school, even some kids at age 7 are playing this and started to play an own made-up granny game where they started to hit some kids. It's really weird that kids have access to this. These kinds of games are learning kids to use violence. Meantime, parents try to learn kids not use violence. Contradictory. What? Honestly, though, I don't really care how you parent your children, but most people aren't turned into a psychopath. Most are just born like that. Sociopath, maybe you could turn into a sociopath, but psychopaths are like born. So I don't really know. If your kid beats another kid up, and he really knows that kid and he really likes that kid, that's more of a psychopath. Ultra low quality, absolutely despicable. There are so many apps and games for kids to have fun, educational with remarkable quality of sketches, background, etc. That make games like this totally unacceptable. Your spelling is unacceptable. Even may be dangerous for the psyche of kids. If someone considers the way kids are all over the world, teasing and challenging each other, you can't do this, I dare you, do it, you're such a chicken. So I make games like this a warm up for worse and even more dangerous ones like Blue Whale, for example. This is my opinion. What is Blue Whale? I'm gonna look that up. If you end up in the Blue Whale challenge, it seems like a internet forum. I think it's like a cult. Well, not a cult, but like trying to make kids commit suicide and stuff like that. That's kind of messed up. But there were, I think, even back in the 1500s, there were suicide challenges. You never know what kids think. Human mind does change over time, but it's still almost the same. But Blue Whale, that's kind of weird. Okay, terrifying. Don't let anyone under 18 near this. My 6-year-old friend has and I caught a glimpse of it and I am terrified. It scares a lot. It takes a lot to scare me. 1990s, early 2000s J horror, think Koyoshi Kurosawa. Terrified because no 6-year-old should be desensitized like this. Dude, how is that even scary, dude? Imagine them seeing Outlast. They're like, they're like in Outlast, and then they see the library scene.
This maze is so hard. Why? Why would you do that?
Dude, you're like, what, a 40-year-old person, you're scared of Granny? And yet you're like, it takes a lot to scare me? No, it does not if you're scared of Granny, dude. Dude, you probably went to the premiere of Jaws and you were probably peeing your pants. When the movie came out... No. Yeah. But anyways, that's the end of the video, so hope you enjoyed and stuff like that. And see you in the next one.